Get up and go with Dunken and Carly on demand.
Carly.
Yes.
What's the sexiest thing about being a Minnesotan?
I feel like we're rugged.
Took you a long time.
I was trying to think of a different word. Rugged was the only thing that came to mind.
Open the 106.9 KRLC app right now and chat with us. Tell us the sexiest thing about being a Minnesotan.
I was trying to think of something about how we can tough it through Minnesota winters and that kind of thing. Rugged was the only word that I could think of.
Yeah, because when I think about women, I want to think like, oh man, she's rugged. That really gets me going.
I don't know. We're tough. I don't know.
We are tough, right? Midwest girls are tough.
Thank you.
Midwest guys are tough. We have to deal with crappy weather. We have to deal with all sorts of crap.
I feel like a BA when I can make it through a Minnesota winter sometimes. Like we get some terrible winter days and people are like, how do you live there? It's like, I'm a Minnesotan, bro.
Yeah. So, okay, that's the one thing that makes us sexy.
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
What makes us unsexy?
The least sexy thing. I mean, we drag out our O's quite a bit.
Yeah, the accent, right?
Oofda. No one's sitting there like, I love it when you say oofda.
Yeah. Talk dirty to me with your Minnesota accent.
Oofda.
Oofda, babe.
Nobody wants that.
I mean, but like you got to think like the winter plays we're always sniffling.
Yeah.
Our nose is always running.
Yeah.
We're pale in the winter time.
We're pale as all heck, yes.
Yes, right? All right, I'm curious. What's the sexiest thing about being a Minnesotan? Open the 106.9 KRLC app and chat with us. So there's another one of these stories out about our accents and how they're awful and not sexy at all. And Carly and I decided to flip it, and we want to know what's the sexiest thing about being a Minnesotan.
Mm-hmm.
To me, personally, the sexiest thing that anybody can be is confident.
Oh,
and
that's a good answer.
Unfortunately, Minnesotans are not confident based on the responses we're getting.
That's true. That's true.
We ask people, what's the sexiest thing about being a Minnesotan? And literally everybody's like, nothing.
I know.
Nothing sexy about it.
Like, okay, cool. There goes any sexiness whatsoever.
Christy Roop says flannel.
Oh, I saw that one too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's something about a woman that shows up in jeans and a flannel, if it fits well. Like if you're wearing 3 sizes too big, you kind of look frumpy and dumb.
It's a look.
But if you have a flannel that fits your body, there's a sexiness to that. I can get down with that.
But flannels aren't supposed to fit perfectly to your body.
Well, that's another unsexy thing about Minnesota is our wardrobe. Like we have to layer up and we have to wear these giant puffy coats. And
I love it. I love it. I don't need to look sexy for any of y'all.
It's what we need to do to survive.
I'm comfy, so I don't care.
Amy says hoodies. You can pull off a vibe in hoodies.
Hoodies, yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap up with this. The top 10 most attractive states, Minnesota not in the top 10. What do you think number 1 is?
Ooh.
Most attractive. Right off the bat, I would guess California.
Right, but
Hollywood, that's where the celebrities go, the pretty people.
I'm betting you that's not the top one.
California is number 3 on their list.
Okay. I'm going to say the most attractive state is Washington.
Washington's not in the top 10.
Dang it. What about Florida?
Florida is not in the top 10. Florida's just all old people.
I know. I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be up there.
It's all the snowbirds.
One more guess. Most attractive state, South Carolina.
South Carolina, no, but South Carolina is good if you're looking for cougars. Cougar capital of the world. I've done the research.
Who is number 1 then?
Number 1. Okay, let's go through the top 5.
Okay.
New York makes sense.
Yep.
Massachusetts, you got Boston.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yep.
California's number 3.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Oh, that makes sense.
Checks out.
Yes.
Number 1. Most attractive state in the country.
Am I going to be mad?
New Jersey. New Jersey. What?
Huh.
When I think New Jersey, I just think of Snooki. We're better than Snooki.
I was not going to guess Jersey, though. That's funny.
So many people are commenting nothing about Minnesota is sexy.
Know. Confidence is sexy. Get it together.
Open the 106.9 KRLC app right now and chat with us. Tell us the most sexy thing about being a Minnesotan.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Do you use texting abbreviations very much?
IDK? Like that?
My BFF Jill? Yeah.
I don't know if
What
I
an
ever use
iconic commercial.
BFF, but yeah, I think everybody does, right? Because
Yeah,
I don't want to sit there and type out everything.
It makes things easier. It makes texting go by faster. So we have, based on a study by Word Tips, the most popular text abbreviations across the country, but also by state.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I have Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin.
Give me the abbreviation. Let me see if I can figure it out.
Okay. I'm sure you can. Do you want the most popular one in the country first?
Sure.
The most popular one by far is
LOL.
LOL,
Okay.
yes.
I was going to say, yeah. What do I need to respond? Because I don't really have anything to say.
Right,
LOL.
Exactly, yes. So then the most used text abbreviation in, let's go Iowa first, is IMO.
In my opinion.
Correct.
Okay.
And Minnesota and Wisconsin is actually the same. TBH.
TBH. TBH. I don't know if I've ever used TBH.
Really? I'm surprised.
To be honest.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm never honest with anybody, so I would never use that.
Yeah, some of the other ones are like OMG, JK.
All right.
Yeah, so I definitely use some of these. Dairy Queen has announced when their free cone day is going to be happening this year.
Oh, that's news.
Coming up on March 20th.
At participating locations.
Right. Non-mall locations.
Okay.
So if you go to a mall anywhere, don't expect to get a free cone from Dairy Queen.
So this is a cool thing they do where everybody gets a free cone and then like they donate a whole bunch of money to like the Children's Miracle Network or something like that.
And they also hope that you'll buy like a burger on top of that, that kind of thing, of course.
If you're going to stand in line for an hour, maybe get
You might
two
as
ice cream
well.
cones. Pay for
Yeah,
one of them.
Right. There is a restaurant in Minnesota, up in the Twin Cities, that is considered a bucket list restaurant.
Okay.
The funny thing is that it's in this little building that you would not expect a quote-unquote bucket list restaurant to be in.
Some of the best restaurants are like rundown joints or
Hole
whatever.
in the wall
Yeah.
joints. Yes, for sure. So this one is up in Robbinsdale by Minneapolis.
Okay.
It's called Travail Kitchen and Amusements. So they serve apparently great food and made it on this list of like bucket list restaurants that you have to check out. And it's in this strange little building that you would never expect.
Travail Kitchen and Amusements.
Yes.
I get the kitchen part. What's the amusement part?
So I think the amusement piece comes from like how this stuff is served. Like, for example, they have a signature chef's tasting menu where there's 13 to 18 courses served to you during the dining experience.
Wow.
So I think it's just a unique experience in general. That's why they've got the amusements tagged on the end.
And it says the owners oftentimes dress up in costumes.
Fun.
Which is amusing, right?
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, so if you're looking for a new restaurant to check out, maybe add that one to your bucket list.
And finally, there is a downtown Rochester gift shop that's closing. It's Tangerine, which is such a cute shop. I've found plenty of great gifts there before, but they're closing after 20 years towards the end of May.
That's a good run.
Yeah, for sure. 20 years. And in their statement about why they're closing, they just say that it's simply time to move on to the next chapter of our lives. So I don't know if that means rent's too high. I don't know if that means they're retiring.
Well, you
I'm
got to
not
think
sure.
they're kind of older probably if after 20 years.
True. So it could
How
be
great would it be if they were just like, freaking tired, dude.
like I'm sick of this, man. It could be a little bit of all of that. I don't know. But
all right. You
yeah.
can learn more about their closing, learn more about the store, and get more local news right now on the 106.9 KROC app.
Dunken and Carly, weekday mornings on 106.9 KROC.